Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Billy's Blades and Tools. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. Just busy stuff during the summertime. Things are starting to slow down a little bit around the house and hanging out with my grandson and just doing all kinds of house chores before winter hits. So it's been a bit since I've done a good video here, so I'm going to get on here and show you a few things I've picked up over the last month or so. We were on vacation down in Florida for a while, down at Navarre Beach. Went to a flea market over in, I can't remember, Fort Pickens or something like that. I didn't find much, but I'll show you what I've got. Picked up a few other things at another flea market here in Ohio. Got a couple knives from a friend of ours that passed away. His wife gave me these knives, so I'll turn this camera around here and show you what I got. So hang on, be right back. Okay, well, we're back here. I'm just going to show you a few knives that I've picked up recently. The flea market that we went to down in Florida, it was one of those like antique mall places, and there were some knives there, but they were out of my price range. They were the ones that are all cleaned up and looking nice and pretty. But what I like to find are the ones that need some help. So they were priced a little high for my budget, but I did find this sheath. Not sure what's going to go in it yet. It's pretty wide and pretty deep, so I think I paid $5 for this, which is pretty good for a leather sheath. Can't make one for that, so it's going to need to be cleaned up pretty good, and I'll put some of the Ruberto Creek Outdoors knife and leather wax, put that on there, get that looking nice. So there's that. Then a friend of ours passed away about a year ago. He was a good friend of ours, and his wife's been going through a lot of his stuff, trying to figure out what he had. And I asked her, if he had any knives that they would want to part with, because he's got a couple sons. So they went through his stuff, and she gave me a couple, 3 knives actually. This one, I think it's just one of those USA knives. Nothing exotic. The main blade's got some sticky stuff all over it. It's not been sharpened to death. Needs some edge, and there's not much of a point there. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. It's not all rusty. The pen blade is in real good shape. So we'll clean that up and make it look nice. Then there was this one. It's an Uncle Henry Schrade Plus LB5. From the best I can tell, it was made between 1981 and 1996. It's got the nickel silver bolsters. I guess they changed them to brass a little bit after 96. But the blade's in really good shape. It's very stiff to open right now, but I don't know what kind of wood that is. It's kind of dark on this side and a little bit lighter on this side, but everything is in real good condition. The lock blade, very solid, no side to side play, but very nice knife. I'm gonna get that cleaned up and lubed up and making it look a whole lot nicer. Got a little bit of gunk on the bolster there, but overall it's really good condition. Then there was this one. It's a case. It's a, let's see if we can get that in there. It's a Mako Shark. Case XX. It's got 5 dots. which, if I looked it up correctly, this makes it 1985. But the number on the tang there is a P158 LSSP. It's a Mako. There's a larger version of this. I think it's called Hammerhead. I'm not really positive. But it needs a little bit of cleaning up. Might be a little gunky down inside here. Yeah, there's not too bad down in there. I've seen a whole lot worse. But overall, it's in real good condition. The brass needs cleaned up and polished. It's not all beat up on the ends. I know a lot of guys tend to use the butt of the knife to do a little hammering once in a while. But this one is in real good shape. I won't have to do much to the blade. Just wipe it down, clean it up a little bit. Still got a real good edge on it. So that was a really nice gift. It's a little stiff, again, just like the Schrade old timer. But we'll do some cleaning and polishing and make that purty again. All right. So then we went to a flea market in Urbana, Ohio. And that was, I think, beginning of October. And the first booth I stopped at, he had a bunch of knives and stuff. And stuff was out of my price range. A lot of hunting stuff. But he had this sheath there for $5. It says, made in Germany. It's in real good shape. All the stitching is good. Just going to need some cleaning up and waxing. And I'm not sure I have a knife that's big enough to fit this yet. I haven't gone through some of my fixed blades. But we'll get it cleaned up and I'll figure out what I'm going to put in there. But I paid $5 for this. Can't beat that. Okay, so next on the list is this M. Klein & Sons, Chicago. I don't know if you can be able to pick that up. I'll put a picture of the tank stamp over here. It's got an H at the top. If I can get that to focus. But it's Chicago, made in USA, and it's missing a bail. It's still got the pin there for a bail, so I'm going to have to figure out, never made one before, but figure out how I can make one and get it to snap in place there. But it's going to need some cleaning. It's got some kind of plastic scales, but as you can see, it's got a now I'm going to forget what kind of blade that is, but it's a small version of it, and it's got good play. Got a half stop. From what I can what I've been able to find is it's probably made between the 1950s and the 1960s. There's the screwdriver blade with a little edge on there, wire stripper. It's in real good shape. Half stop. The locks very well. It's a little cruddy down inside. I don't know if that'll pick up in the camera or not, but it's pretty dirty down in there. But we'll get that cleaned up and get it looking nice again. This will be my first attempt at making a bail, but if I can make it just right and get it to snap in place. Looks like this pin might be bent a little bit, but it still functions. So we've got that one. Then we got this little made in Japan. Again, I'll put the picture of the tank stamps up there. But it just says stainless steel, number 270, Japan. Just a little peanut here, 2 blades. Blades in pretty good condition. not sharpened to death. Got a long nail pull there with the kind of the match strike edges there. Not much snap right now. Needs some cleaning. That one says custom crafted on the pen blade. There's a little spot there. There was some kind of emblem that went in there. I'll have to come up with something, a piece of brass or something to put in there. But overall, it's in really good shape. Just needs some cleaning. Got, plastic scales, make it look like stag, but it's in real good shape. I think I paid like $2. I think average out of all of these, I paid like $2.50 a piece. I don't remember exactly on each one. This one, we got us a Camp King. It's an Imperial Ireland. The blade is full. Got rust on the bolsters here. Get that all cleaned up. But it's doesn't have much snap. Got the bail. Bail is intact. Got the can opener. Got the cap lifter or bottle opener, screwdriver, and the punch blade. So everything is blade wise is in great condition. The scales are that plastic stuff. It hasn't shrunk up. I don't know how this one is assembled, but there's no pins showing here, so all the pins for like the springs and that are underneath here, so that's probably a hollow plastic type setup. But overall, it's in real good condition, so that'll take a little cleaning. And then we have this Frost cutlery. I think they call it a razor. I won't be able to pick that up very good. But it's Frost cutlery, probably made in China. I don't know. It just says surgical steel. The one part of the blade is chipped right there. This part is the way it's made, but there's a little chip out of the edge there. So we might have to see about reprofiling that a little bit. But that's the only markings on the main blade. The pen blade, there's no markings. So I have to assume it was made in China. Looks like it's got stainless steel type scales. It's fairly clean down inside. Little bit of crud, but anyway, it needs cleaned up. I'll try to do something about that blade. Haven't quite figured out what to do with that yet, but it's sharp. Got a little bit of snap. Next blade we have is a BMW Soligen. I have another one like this in my collection. The only thing I can find is it was probably made during the 60s. The blade's in really good condition, not all sharpened to death. It's got a little bit of a bend in it, kind of going that way. So I'm going to have to see if I can straighten that without breaking it. But when you close it, you have to be very careful. And then you've got it's a three blade knife. There's more like a pen blade. No markings there. And then the nail nick on this center blade is hard to get to, but more like a sheep's foot. So I may have to do something with the the kick on this one to get it to drop down just a little bit more, because I can't get to this nail nick easily without opening the pin blade. So overall, it's in really good condition. Just again, these cleaned up. Got some silver type bolsters. But there's that one. And then we got this one. Very good looking knife. Got black plastic scales. Looks like nickel silver bolsters. But it's a Saber 646 stainless steel. The stainless Hong Kong on there. The blade looks full. Needs to be sharpened. But overall, it's in real good condition. I know Saber has had knives made all over the world. They got a Hong Kong and I think Japan. Don't remember any of the other places, but I do have another Saber somewhere in my collection that was Japan. But it seems to be a pretty good quality knife. Just going to need a little cleaning up, a little lubricating, and there's that one. And then the guy threw this knife in. It's just a cheap multi-tool type knife that made in China. Simple little blades that aren't sharp. Made to look like a Victorinox type knife, but I'll clean it up a little bit. But it's not worth much. But anyway, that's what I've collected just recently. I'm going to start doing some cleaning type videos, and got to get back on that. I haven't done some of those in a while, and things just get in the way sometimes. Excuse me. So we got to get back at this stuff, and I know I've got a lot of other knives in my collection that are waiting to be cleaned up, so we'll get back at that. But I appreciate you stopping in and visiting my channel. Always appreciate people coming in, and I just need you to like and subscribe and share if you want. Leave me some comments. I always appreciate comments on some of the stuff here. And if you got any input on any of the knives that I talk about, feel free to leave a comment. And so anyway, until then, I hope everybody has a blessed day, and be kind and take care.